I've had my Wavytalk for over a year now and still going strong. I use it at 420 degrees Fahrenheit, and I like my curls to be going in, so both sides to be going in. I've done the bottom half of my hair already. My hair is fairly thick. It has a little bit of a wave. So I've done the bottom half, and I'll show you the top half and how I do it. So I do the bottom half and then the second half, and I just split both of those into two. So 4 different sections. You will want to make sure that you brush your hair thoroughly. You don't want to use the Wavytalk to brush your hair. Otherwise, you will tangle your hair and probably rip a lot of it out. So brush it through thoroughly. You also don't want your hair to be wet whatsoever. I washed my hair yesterday, so this is my natural hair. And with the Wavytalk, it straightens the top of it, and then I like to curl the bottom, and it just smooths everything out. So I don't need to use, typically if I want to curl my hair, I have to straighten my hair first and then curl it. But with the Wavytalk, I can kind of accomplish both. On my left side, since I like the curl to curl in, I go from underneath and wrap my hair around, and I still have the Wavytalk toward the front, toward the base of my head, and I will slowly pull this out. And this is why you want it to be brushed out, because otherwise it would just get stuck in the brush and it wouldn't feel good. And as I get closer to the bottom, I start lifting the iron up and curling in, and I just do this over and over, and my hair starts to come up the handle, because honestly the handle over here gets pretty hot, so that is also going to curl it. And then when it comes off, should be a little bounce. And I just go in sections around my head, pretty small sections, because otherwise you would just have to, if you did bigger sections, you would just have to go over it a couple of times. And sometimes I'll like brush it through just to get it straightened at the top better. Again, start to tilt it and just curl, spin, spin, spin. And it holds on to it, which is nice. And then it should curl it. The cord does swivel 360, so it doesn't tangle at all, which is perfect. I'm going to do the rest of this side, and then I will show you this side. All right, I am touching up the front a little bit, so there's more of a curl. There we go. And honestly, the cut of your hair is pretty important with this. So you could still achieve the curl at the bottom of your hair, but if you have layers, especially face framing layers, that is where this really shines. So left side is done, and then I'm going to move on to the right. For the right side, I go from up top and wrap around, and then same thing. Honestly, for any strands in the back, I usually kind of pull it through first, because I have a calic and it's harder for me to get my hair straight in the back. I'll just hold it up here a little bit longer and drag down. And same thing with this side, I will start to turn it up, and that way my hair will wrap around the handle and do that same curl, but going in. There we go. Now I'm going to do the rest of this side, and I will come back. By the way, this takes just a few minutes per side, per section, really. So I would say for my hair, it's pretty long, but medium thickness, and it takes me 15 to 20 minutes to do my hair. Once you do it one time though, you know, my hair was just washed yesterday. So tomorrow, if I wanted to curl my hair again and kind of touch things up, it would be much easier. And so that would take me like 12 to 15 minutes. But since I just washed my hair, I want to make sure the top part is as straight as possible. All right, last little section of my hair. I kind of just brush over it both ways so that I have a calic in the front. So I like to just straighten that hair out and then go from the top. And you can see this strand is much shorter than the rest of my hair. So curl that in, touch up this one. Okay, and usually I'll kind of like flatten out the front because I have those calics. And so I just brush this on. and does what I want it to. That is all of my hair pulled to the front, but I usually don't walk around like that. It would be more like this. Some in the front, some in the back. There we have it. So here's the back. And again, all to the front. Doesn't take too long, adds a decent amount of volume to my hair. I like the curl. I like that it's kind of a 2-in-1, straighten and curl. I've had it for over a year, as I mentioned before, so still doing well. By the way, you will hear little crackling noises. That's like the ion at work. I don't know the specifics behind it, but you can adjust the temperature. As I mentioned, I do 420 degrees Fahrenheit. You could go lower than that, of course. And then to shut it off, you just hold the button down and it's off, and I unplug it as well. So this has been, it's not that expensive, but it's been a great investment, one of my favorite hair tools, and I find myself using this more often than my flat iron and my curling iron just because I love that it's more of a 2-in-1.